Kadosh, Boker or Masechet Nedarim Daf Mem Zayin Amud Aleph 4781. Please put on your seatbelts. Says the Mishnah. We're on the two dots where the Mishnah said, Elmaleh Chavero. Somebody comes and he says, Kunam lebetecha shani nichnas, v'sadecha shani lukeach, which means that all of a sudden he comes and he says, I'm not going to go into your house. He's making a kunam onto your house or onto your field. And all of a sudden the balabait or the balasadeh dies, or he sold it to somebody else. So pakah yisur. So the yisur went to somebody else. So Avimi comes and he asks the following question: Kunam lebayit zeh shata nichnas. If a person comes and he tells his friend, Kunam lebayit zeh, remember it's on this house, not your house. This house, shani nichnas. Meto shemechalo la'acher mahu. What's the halacha if the guy dies or he rented it out or he sold it to somebody else? So Adam will say davar shebirshutto lechshiyetze b'shutto or lo. Can a person only prohibit something which is in his reshut, but once it goes out of his reshut, he cannot prohibit it or not? Which means, does a person have the koach to prohibit something into someone else even after it goes out of his reshut? I come and I say, I don't want you to use this, right? I come and I sold it to somebody else. Do I still have the power over this that you're still not allowed to come and to use it? So Amar Rava comes in. He says, Tashema, we're going to try to bring a proof. Haomel no, somebody that says to his child, Kunam sheyata ne'eneli, right? He doesn't want him to benefit from him. Umet, and he dies. Yirashenu, he still gets a Yerusha. But if he says during the lifetime and during his death, Umet, and then he dies, Lo Yirashenu, he's not allowed to benefit from him. Shemamina, you learn from here. Adam oseh davar shebirshuto, lechshiyotze mirshuto. Shemamina. So you learn from here that a person has the right to prohibit somebody, right? Something which is in his reshut, even after it leaves his reshut. Meaning, not after he leaves, then he prohibits. Right now, this is mine. This is mine. I come and I say, I don't want you to use it. Even after I sell it to somebody else, you're still not allowed to use it. Because it was on the chefetz when it was mine. And I was able to do it. So therefore, it stays on it. Okay? That's what the Gemara says. Next, two dots. Tzran, we learned in the Mishnah. Tzran Hatam, we learned over there. Kunam perot ha'elu alai. Or kunam emalpi, or kunam helefi, asur bechilufehen ugidulehen. Imagine a person comes and he says that he doesn't want to have these fruits, right? Or they're kunam from my mouth, right? Or according to my mouth, whichever one that you want to say it, you're not allowed to benefit not only from them, also on their chilufehen, which means their substitute, and gidulehen, and what grows from them, which means that if you took them and you put them in another tree to grow something, you're also not allowed to have that as well. Okay, so Rabbi comes and he asks a question. Amar kunam perot ha'elu al ploni. Imagine a person comes and he says, kunam these fruits on Mr. So-and-so, Mr. John Doe. Yeah? So what happens now? What's the halakha to do with chilufehen if you're going to substitute these fruits? Mi amrina do we say gabedile, that to do with him, just like a person could prohibit his friend's fruits on himself, so too he could prohibit something which didn't come into this world on himself, right? So because of that, even something which is going to be mukhlaf, which means it was substituted, which it didn't come into the world during the time of the neder, he's still prohibiting onto himself, right? Or gabe chavero, hoil ve'en adam oseh perot al chavero al chavero, en adam oseh davar shelo ba'olam al chavero. But 1 second, to do with your friend, since you cannot prohibit to your friend perot chavero al chavero, meaning I cannot prohibit to you David's fruits. What do I have to do with David? You understand? It could be we have the same name, but other than that, nothing else. We're not the same entity, right? We have the same name, Shmagarim, right? The name causes everything. Remember? Yeah? Here we have all the zugot. Huh?
All these is done with what we've learned so.
There's the Gemara, to do with a friend. Since I cannot prohibit somebody else's fruits to somebody else, and I cannot prohibit something which did not come into the world on somebody else. 47b. Odilma, or maybe maybe that substitute is like a gidul. The gidul, remember, was that I planted it again and then it grew up. The substitute is a chiluf. So maybe it's the same thing. It doesn't matter for me or for my friend, it's the same halakha. So Amar Rav Acha bar Menyume says Rav Acha bar Menyume, Tashma, we want to bring a proof. Haomel ishto, somebody that wants to come and he wants to say to his wife, right? Kunam she'eni ne'eni lich, right? That means he prohibits his wife from benefiting from him. Yeah, he got upset. Yeah, and he comes and he tells his wife, Gamar. Huh? Yeah. Now the wife, she needs parnasa, she needs food, she needs this. Yeah, so lova, she's allowed to borrow money. And then what happens is she's borrowing money, and then the guys come to the husband, no pay up, right? Why is it that way? Why is it that the guys of the debt?
The obligation.
He says, is it not because of chilufin are not considered gidulin? That means the substitute is not considered a gidul. The substitute here was that instead of the husband giving her the mizunot, it was John Doe giving her the mizunot. But we're saying here that the chilufin, which is a substitute, is not the same as the gidulin. So you see from here, this is a proof that it's not the same thing. Chilufin is a substitute. Gidulin is something which comes out from it. I took the same fruit that was prohibited unto me, I planted it, now it came a new tree. But that's a gidul, it comes out, it's gadel mizeh. It grew from it. So Amar Rava comes and he says, Lechatchila udelo, v'yavad avad. Really, be'emet, lechatchila, the yisur of chalufin is only when a person is going to be machlif biyadayim. But then they went and they made a gezerah on it. However, though, but if you already did it, it's already done. Meaning, if a person is going to come and be ne'eneh, only after the chilufin, it's going to be ne'eneh. Elata shema, so we're going to try to bring another proof then. Hamkadesh be'olah enam kudeshet. If somebody comes and he takes fruits of olah, and then what he does is that after taking fruits of olah, he comes and he takes it and he does kiddushin to a woman with it. Remember, olah is the first 3 years. You're not allowed to benefit from a tree. You took these fruits and you said to a woman, right? It says, Hamkadesh ve'olah ena mekudeshet. Ena mekudeshet. Mecharan. What happens right now if it's a mishnah, right? Mecharan, if you sold it, right? V'kidesh b'dmehen. And then what happened is, right? You came and you were mekadesh with their money. With their name, it's chilufin. How does you mekadesh? This is going to be a good one. Yeah. But you're allowed to benefit from
of
olah, but you're allowed to benefit.
He's allowed to.
Exactly. So hachanami, one second. Hachanami lechatchila udelo. The same halacha says that this is a concept of lechatchila. That means it's going to be the isur the chilupin, which means lechatechila. You're not allowed to do it. But if you already did it, it's already going to be permitted. So therefore, one more time, what we're trying to say is that you're allowed to benefit. We're allowed to benefit from the chilufehen, but the chilufehen is not a din lechatchila, meaning chilufehen, right? I'm not allowed to lechatchila benefit from the substitute. The substitute was he sold it, and now I have money. That's a substitute. It's called, right? I had the fruits. That's the real thing. I sell it, and now I get a substitute. What's a substitute? The money. So therefore, chilufehen lechatchila, you're not allowed to benefit from it. But if you already did, it's going to be good. That's why lechatchila, you're not allowed to get married with this substitute. But if you already did it, it's going to be okay.